Yeah, of
Okay.
course. The EP is on the way. Don't have a date, but
The EP is on the way. So EP is what we're gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get there. Y'all, welcome to
yeah.
On the Scene with Sherpreme. Miguel DeCafe just told you the EP is on the way. Introduce us to the man, the myth, the legend, Miguel
All right.
DeCafe.
So, of course, my name is Miguel DeCafe. I am from Summerville, South Carolina. As you all know, I went to USC Upstate. Marketing was my career field. Um, Music, a lot of people ask me if music is my actual career field. I necessarily am not trying to make a career field out of that, but whatever the Lord puts in front of my path, I'm gonna take it. I
Right.
actually want to be a marketing consultant, and I want to help people start up their businesses and give them business advice on, marketing, advertising, and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people, especially in this area right now, a lot of people are entrepreneurs and doing things for themselves, so they don't have that drive to actually know exactly where to lead themselves in a way, or where to go as far as marketing and stuff goes. So I like giving people advice in that, and being a consultant. So that's what I actually want to do long term. Music, I love music. Everybody knows I love music. It's one of those things to where if I was to get a record deal right now, not necessarily a record deal, because we're gonna get into that later.
I'm about to say we
Not
could go.
necessarily a record
Hey,
deal.
we could get there. We can get there. We have a list.
Well, so I actually want to go the indie route. I am not trying to sign to a label. Fun fact, I am not trying to be tied down to a label.
It just
So
wig. Wow. Just like that,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. He said what he said.
Miguel is not trying to be tied down to a label. I don't know if you guys know about a lot of the back end things that happen with labeling, but
But
record labels actually do a lot of shiesty stuff. Not trying to throw them under the bus, but when you're stuck in a
however,
contract, yeah, when you're stuck in a contract in a label, you basically have no rights to your stuff. Like, I want to write my own songs. I want to be owning my own songs. I don't want to be tied down to say like, okay, you can only drop this amount of songs per year. I want to be able to say, okay, I wrote this song, so I'm about to go in the studio, I'm about to record it, I'm about to release it. Along with that, I think it's just dope to be able to say that I built up my own empire by myself and I didn't need necessarily that jump shoot from a label.
okay.
But
I was
like I
about to
said,
say,
there's
I was
always
like,
that
but
big but if I was to get pitched a actually interesting and trustworthy record label pitch, I wouldn't be opposed to it, because at the end of the day, Papa got to get these coins. So
I was just about to
uh
say those record label checks though. Like if you get a
yeah.
contract with some creative freedom, do you think that would kind of
Hmm.
like alleviate your hesitations to go the label route? Do you think that is like the key thing for you?
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, like with a lot of them, I feel like people look at the money aspect and they're like, oh, this is a lot of money, so I'm gonna do it. But it's always those if, ands, and buts under that, and you got to
That
pay
fine print.
attention to the fine line. Yeah, the fine line and the fine print within that contract. So if you don't, you're basically screwed. And a lot of people, like like Meg Thee Stallion, she got stuck in that labeling issue, and she was trying to get out because most of those contracts are like for 4 years.
Mhm.
So you sign basically your soul to the devil by doing that. You don't know exactly what you signed it to. You see that money, you just like,
And you go for it,
so
right? It's that greed that be getting
yeah,
caught. So we're not
right,
greedy.
right,
We're
right,
not
right.
greedy, but we would be appreciative
Nah.
of the blessing. Is that what
Yes,
I'm hearing?
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Because opportunity is an opportunity at the end of the day.
Right. You don't think you have 4 years of music in you?
Oh, I got ample years of music, but I want 4 years of Miguel doing his own thing without somebody telling me to do everything on my own time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you don't want people to control your pace, right? You
Correct,
really want it
correct.
to be
Because
like your thing.
I'm really nitpicky and I'm really sensitive when it comes to my music and everything. So I wouldn't want a sound that doesn't sound like me. Everything I do, I want it to sound like me. I want it to be original. I really don't even want nobody to write my songs. I write all my songs. All the songs that you guys have heard and all the ones you will hear from here on out is from me. Of course, I'll let
And
y'all
we'll
know if something's
hear.
like a little ghost right or whatever. But yeah, of
Okay.
course, the EP is on the way. Don't have a date, but
The EP is on the way. So EP is what we're gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get there. Y'all, welcome to
yeah,
On the Scene with Sherpreme. Miguel DeCafe just told you the EP is on the way. The EP
the
is on the
EP
way,
is
ladies and
on the
gentlemen.
way.
Okay, so before we get to the EP, we love that it's on the way. Oh, trust me, we're gonna get there. Trust me, we're gonna get there.
Of
Can you
course.
talk to us about this creative process that you hold so dear? I really want to get into how you exist and how you navigate being an artist. So you're very
Okay.
protective. You said you write all of your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
what does that process look like? Do you write only in the shower? Do you only write in the bed? Like, do you only write love songs? Like, what is your creative process like?
Okay, so to start with, I actually started out doing covers. I used to do all my covers on Twitter. As you know, I used to record videos and I would throw something on Instagram over here and there. I could not write to save my life. I would try, and it was just so hard for me. Like I said, I'm picky, so like I would be
Mm-hmm.
like, I would like something for like maybe a second, and then after that, it's like this ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't until quarantine that I actually sat down and took the time to begin songwriting, because I was like, everybody's picking up all these hobbies, so why not give it a shot?
Mm-hmm.
So with my first single, Those Feels, um, in case y'all didn't know, that is actually a Party Next Door beat, Split Decisions. It's a beautiful song. Party Next Door is a dope dude. So one day I was in the shower and I was listening to the instrumental and I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna vibe to this. And some of the words just like naturally came to me and I was like, I'm going to keep this. If I was to write this, I'm just going to keep it short, because a lot of people like that kind of music now, like minimalistic
Mm-hmm.
themes and stuff like that. Like
Okay.
it's not too much. So I came up with the first verse and I was like, okay, I like this, I like this. So that following week I sat down in my room and I was like, okay, like you started a song, you're gonna finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just naturally just wrote it, like it. I don't know. More so the tunes come to my head before the words do. So
Okay.
once I get that tune, I can put words to it, and then it's a part of like just matching everything together like a
What do
puzzle
you
piece.
mean? What do you mean a tune? Do you just go like or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. So like when I listen to instrumentals, I listen to instrumentals and I get the rhythm and I'm like, okay, like what key do I want to sing in? Do I want this to be a low key? Do I want this to be high key? What kind of pitch? So I just get a tune. Like the tune is the first thing that I come up with majority of the time, because like the tune is something that's gonna stick in your head. You might not know the words, but you know the tune. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, that flowed with me, and I got about 95% of the song done the day that I needed to record. Everything was done. The day I needed to record,
Okay.
I noticed that it was a part that I left out. And I was talking to my homeboy. I believe he's on the chat right here. Um, I was talking to my homeboy and I was like, hey, like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I'm just gonna cut the song short right here, or should I just harmonize? And he was like, bro, like just sing, like just sing. And I was like, okay. So I was like, I was like, so I came up with that the day of the studio, like literally it was an hour before we even went to the studio. I was like, I'm just gonna sing. So I just freestyled that part, the end part.
Wow, we love it
Yeah, I
here.
freestyled that.
So when
I
did you
freestyled
start
that.
like when did you start like singing? Did you grow up like singing in church, or did you like sing at like a school talent show, or did your mama have you at like her sister birthday parties? Like when did you start singing? When did you first like realize like, okay, hold on, I can do this?
So that musical background comes back from my dad. My dad actually sings. My dad and my sister were the singers of the family. I used to dance. I was a dancer. I never in my life thought
But
I was going to grow up and wanted to be a singer. I never, ever, ever thought.
you
Like,
was out
I
there
was the one at the
crumping.
cookouts. Yeah, I was one at the cookouts. I used to be hitting all that. Yeah.
Yes.
So my first time singing was, I want to say it was third or fifth grade. We had a talent show in school and I just wanted to give it a shot. So I sung in and I was like, I was still young, so I didn't really, got too much into it. So I joined chorus when I was in middle school in sixth grade. And from there on out, it was like, okay, people started to recognize I could sing. So I was like, okay, that's dope. Like people know. So middle school, all throughout high school, I did all the talent shows. I was like known for doing
What
talent
was
shows and singing.
what was your go-to talent show song? Or
Um,
can you remember any
anything
of
Michael
them?
Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, what?
So I did Human Nature, Who's Loving You, uh I did an original song that I deleted off of SoundCloud because I did not like it.
You don't like it anymore? What's your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Pisces.
You're a Pisces. Okay.
I'm a Pisces. Yeah.
That's
I'm a
fine.
Pisces.
We understand. Hey, water
Yeah.
tribe. We love you here. We love the water
Yeah,
signs. Yeah. Okay.
I did an original song, and I did it with my homeboy. He rapped, and we actually placed in the talent show that year. We came in second place, so that was dope.
Michael
But
Jackson didn't place you?
Michael Jackson actually did place me. I think I came in second that year too. That was in middle school.
And you was like, fuck
Yeah.
that popular shit. You was like, yeah, nah, I'm about to
Hey,
go get some.
yeah. I was like, I gotta do the talent show. So I did talent shows. And like I said, I have music on SoundCloud. So I used to try and do everything for myself. So I used to record it. I had a mini studio session, studio setup or whatever. And I used to record everything and edit it, all that. And it got really strenuous and tiring because, like I said, I'm a perfectionist, I'm picky. So I was like, I don't like doing this. Like, I don't want to do all this for myself. So I stopped completely. Graduated high school, of course, went to upstate. And it wasn't until this year that I actually started getting serious with studios and everything. My first time going to studio was in June.
Wow, this year?
June of this
What
year.
were
My
you
first time going
doing
to studio
all
was in
that
June.
time you've been at upstate? You weren't singing at upstate?
No, I was just doing random singing videos. Like, I did not take it serious at all.
It just
and the only reason that I started taking it serious because my roommate at the time, he basically, for my birthday, he was like, brother, I want you to invest in yourself. So here, I'm gonna book your studio time. Take it as you was. Whenever you want to book it, go ahead and book it. So between him and my other friends, they gave me that jump to like, Mikey, you need to go in the studio. You keep singing, like you sound good. Like, go in the studio, yeah. So I went in the studio, and ever since then, it was like, like how people get addicted to tattoos. I got addicted to being in the studio. I was like, okay, I want to go to the studio. I'm gonna write something so I can record. I'm gonna go in the studio. So yeah, June. So that's about June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, 6 months.
Yes, counting. We love it. Yeah, because I was going to do it. I'm glad you did. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I have questions. Did you sing at your probate?
I did sing at my probate.
So, and they knew, once you started singing, everybody knew it was you, right? Or did they know it was you before? You was one of them, like, everybody was like waiting.
I already had gotten a mask, so they knew it was me. But I think that was the peak when people really realized I could sing, because I was doing singing videos here and there, but like I was known, but I wasn't too well known then. Okay. So you still after that, it was like they knew after that. So yeah, that gave my singing a little boost as well too. Everyone was like, okay, yeah, he can sing.
Yeah, and then what you do after that? You started getting more frequent, like with the videos, like on Twitter.
No, actually, I took a little break after that too. Now that I think about it, I didn't start really doing it because that was my sophomore year. I didn't really start doing anything until my junior year. So yeah, I don't know. I like doing covers and everything, but I just not knocking the people that do covers, like as in the people that are actually in the industry, but like I didn't want to be another Jacquees because that's how Jacquees started out. So I wanted to be able to make my own name without doing covers. Yeah,
Yeah, we shoot him. That's fine. So we're good. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, everyone used to tell me, they was like, you should just record covers and start out like that. And I was like, no, that's backwards. Like, why not start out doing my own song and then later down the line, if I want to do a cover or two, like I can throw that in there. So I'm glad I went this route because at least people know that I can sing on my own songs and not have to sing on other people's songs. A lot of people start out doing covers and then they do their own music and it's like you need to go back to doing covers,
Right, yeah. People suffer from that, like the YouTube kind of like people who kind of come up like that. Yeah, some of them have suffered from that because their original music didn't hit after they were already known for covers. So there are examples where that route didn't work. So look at you, so you're doing your homework, right? So it's not just it's like you really love music, like you really love music.
I try to make songs for people who have the music taste like me, because my genre of music, I love all genres. I can listen to any genre, and like it's still to this day when I tell people when I release my music, I don't want to have a set genre. Of course, I love R&B, but I don't want that to be the stigma of where my music is going. Because Chris Brown is one of my biggest inspirations. Yeah, Chris Brown is one of my biggest inspirations. So like hip hop, R&B. If I can throw pop in there, sometimes I do that. I want to have various categories under that. I don't want to be stuck to one music category. So yeah, I just try to make music for people that like the vibe to dope music, no matter what the genre is.
Who are some of your favorite pop artists right now? Who's kind of like dominating your pop game?
Oh, The Weeknd just made it to my top roster. I
After
don't know why
Hours?
I was sleeping on him. Yeah, I was
After
sleeping on him this
Hours
whole entire time.
8.
He did what he needed to do. Yeah, he did
He
what he needed
did.
to do on that.
He did some time
Um,
travel on that one. He ate it.
yeah. And it was like I literally can listen to it and there's no songs I wanted to skip on it. So that's dope.
Okay,
That's
yeah. So
dope.
you
That's
love it.
dope.
You love it because that was a long project. The deluxe was long too, but
Oh
the
yeah.
songs he added were really
It was
good.
it was very long, yeah. And of course, like I said, Chris Brown, but Chris Brown, I would never put him on a list because Chris Brown's like that's my favorite artist of all time.
That's your guy.
Outside of Michael Jackson, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Chris Brown's, yeah, he's not even on the list for me. The Weeknd, I would say Doja Cat's pretty dope. I think Doja Cat's dope.
Yeah, she's a pop rapper for me. I'm not gonna, we're not gonna slander
Yeah,
Shay, but
yeah.
yeah,
I was about to say, she's had some controversy going on, but musically and performance wise, her performances are
yeah,
dope.
super
She
creative.
can perform.
Mm-hmm.
And then R&B wise, I would say I got Brent Faiyaz, Eric Bellinger. Eric Bellinger is an artist that a
Okay.
lot of people sleep on.
Yeah, he's
Most definitely.
underrated.
Tone Stiff. I don't know if you know Tone Stiff. He's out here doing his thing too. You would definitely like his music. Tone Stiff is definitely a dope. Yeah.
Yeah, let me lean over and grab the phone real quick. It's on the charger.
Yeah. Tone Stiff. And I'm trying to think who else. R&B, I have a lot of people on my roster. Victoria Monet. A lot of people don't know her.
Devotion. You like that song Devotion by Tone Stiff?
Devotion, yeah, that's a dope one. Devotion, and he has a song called "Let Me In." It's a little older song. Those are my top.
From 2017.
That's all I can really think about. 2017. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You are on it, yeah.
Yeah, I try. I got a whole R&B playlist, by the way. I don't know if you know. I always put it on Twitter. It's called Chill Vibes, and it just has a bunch of like mainstream, unsigned, indie artists, all kind of artists, doing the R&B vibe.
Do you aim to make music that'll make it like on your playlist, right? Do you want music?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I actually threw my first 2 singles on there, but I'm like still in my head. I'm like, I don't know if I added on there because I like my songs or if I actually want it on there. So it might get taken off further down the line.
Okay, but, so when this comes out, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure when, but when this does come out, we're gonna ask the people. We're gonna tell people like, hey, do the songs belong on the playlist? Yes or no?
Hey, definitely. Because if it fits the playlist, I know it's up there.
It's up, it's stuck. Like, hello.
Yeah, the EP was supposed to be released since September. I can't even lie to you. The EP was supposed to be released since September.
So the EP is ready.
The EP's been ready since October. I would put it that way.
You haven't touched it since October?
So with the process, and I'll go back to this because you asked me about how the musical process goes. So of course you got to record, and then if you like it, it's done. But along with that, you have to get your songs to mix and master. So mixing and mastering is the hard part of everything. So I have my songs recorded and everything. Like I like them, they're done. I just have to get them mixed and mastered. And with that, you got to find a sound engineer. Finding a sound engineer is a little tricky because everyone has their own specific sound, and their sound might not, match yours. And then you got to find one that's in your budget range because there's a lot out there, but some people charge from like $125 to like $1,000 per song, So you just gotta find what's in the budget range. Thank you. So right now I'm just trying to find somebody in my budget range where I found a few people, but it's like contacting them is hard because everyone's getting at them at the same time. So that's the only reason why it hasn't been released yet. I found someone to do Mona Lisa because Mona Lisa's on the EP, of course, and he was dope. He did Mona Lisa dope. I loved how he did it. And I hit him up recently, and he said he's kind of busy for December. So I'm trying to find somebody else because I'm just trying to go ahead and get that EP out. Because
just go ahead, but they gotta match your sound. Yeah. They gotta find that.
They gotta match my sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
by the end of this, I know for a fact, baby, we will know what that sound is.
You will
Okay.
know what that sound is.
No,
Definitely,
hopefully
definitely.
Nick
Miguel
watch
DeCafe, definitely.
this and he hits you up. He's like, hey yo, Miguel.
Yeah.
Right, te tengo. You know what I'm saying? It might be in there.
It's like a little insider, but I actually reached out to Ro James last month, and I was just trying to get some advisement from Ro James because Ro James is a dope dude. His vocals is dope, music is dope, his vibes is dope, and everything. And he reached back. Like, fun fact, he reached back. I was in contact
Hello.
with him for a little minute, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, just send me some music." And I sent him music, and never hit me back. But he's a busy man, so I'm just gonna cut him some slack. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, how long ago was that?
I want to say it was at the beginning of November or the end of October. Yeah.
November sped by so quickly.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
yeah, you
did.
have
November
so
is
much
like
time.
yesterday.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so much time because so much music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's so much, and then of course,
definitely.
like he's making. Yeah, come on, yeah, so much time, friend. That's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
so
That's gonna happen.
I'll see what he says. That'll be dope to have him because and his brother is Wolf James. I think that's his name. Not Wolf James. Luke James. I'm sorry. He goes by Wolf James too. Luke
Oh,
James.
Luke James. Oh,
That's his
ladies,
brother, yeah. Yeah.
ladies. If you don't listen to Luke James, ladies,
Luke James
adjust
is
those wigs,
he's
girls.
up there. He's
Yeah.
up there with the music, definitely. I would list him on my R&B artist list too, because his vocal dynamics are just his range is just phenomenal.
It's up there. I absolutely agree. Luke James is very underrated as a vocalist. He be hitting
Yeah,
them notes.
yeah.
Speaking of them notes, Mona Lisa,
Mona
friend,
Lisa,
talk to
Mona
us
Lisa.
about Mona Lisa. How did we get
So
here? How did we create such a masterpiece?
Mona Lisa, pun intended, masterpiece. So Mona Lisa, I heard the beat. So I got that beat from one of the dudes that worked at the studio that I record at.
Okay.
That was one of those things where I heard the beat and I was like, this beat speaks to me. And it was just like that beat wasn't just a beat for me. Like that literally was a masterpiece in my head. Like I was like, yo, this is a whole like creative sense right here. Like I love this. And it gave me like Spain, Barcelona vibes. And
Okay.
so immediately when I thought about it, I thought of like paintings and I was like, oh my gosh, Mona Lisa, like this is coming to mind. Like I'm going to name this song Mona Lisa. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I was like, I'm going to name this song Mona Lisa. So that song, I wrote that song back in, I think I started it before I moved back down to Somerville. So I probably started that in July. I didn't finish it until August.
Okay.
And what I do for my process, so this is Mona Lisa was one of the start of my real creative process because I love those fields, but I didn't really get that creative process until like the Mona Lisa era. So I got these rope lights in here. I got some up there, and I got some under my bed.
You
So
got them
my
on
colors for
Amazon.
music. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can send y'all the link if y'all need that because it gets your creative juices flowing. It was cheap for me to get it. So yeah, my
Okay.
colors are blue and purple. I don't know why, but those are my
Stimulus.
musical. Yeah. And if you notice, those are all in my cover arts. Like all of my cover arts include those colors somehow. Yeah, a lot of people don't know
I'm
that. I'm just
gagging.
throwing out hints.
I'm
I'm just throwing out
gagging.
hints out here.
He
Yeah, a
gagged
lot of
me.
people don't notice that. Yeah, so I would just turn those lights on. I would get me a glass of wine. I love the wine, and I would get my hookah, and I would just sit there and vibe. See, boom.
And then y'all, hold on, look, here go Endless Love. We're gonna talk about Endless Love today too, y'all. Here go Endless Love,
Definitely got to
y'all.
talk about endless love.
Endless
Yep,
Love is
the blue and
purple.
purple. Yeah, that one was
Y'all,
the
he
darker
gagged me.
tones because that was like the midnight tone. So that one had the darker tones.
You gagged me with
And
that.
then yeah, definitely, I would just get my wine, my hookah, turn the lights on, and I would just sit on my floor and I would listen to the beat. First, I would listen to the beat full out, and then I would pause the beat and I would just think of words that could possibly go to that. So of course I said the theme was going to be Mona Lisa. So I was like, for this song, I'm going to make this song into a masterpiece, and I'm going to talk about a girl as if she was a masterpiece. Like it's like Mona Lisa. Back then, even though I don't think Mona Lisa was real, but like the painting Mona Lisa was known as the most beautiful painting in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, there's a lot of concepts with Mona Lisa and everything. I was like, I got to talk about Da Vinci's Code. I got to talk about something. I got to make this deep. I want this song to be deeper than the
Mm-hmm.
surface level of what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
So That song, I wrote that in 30 minutes, believe it or not. I wrote that in 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah. A lot of my songs, I don't spend that much time on. I tell myself if I spend too much time on it, I'm just gonna keep changing stuff. So I'm like, it's either we're gonna keep it moving. Yeah, a lot of my songs I don't spend no more than maybe an hour on.
Wow, Mr. DeCafe,
Yeah.
how old are you?
I am 23. I will be 24 in February.
Okay.
February 26th is my birthday.
26. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. 23 years old when it took him 30 minutes to come up with, I just need time to crack your Da Vinci's code. In the hook,
Yeah.
y'all, in the hook. Where,
in the hood.
how did you come up with that line in the hook, bro? Oh my God. What were you channeling?
Yeah, I was thinking about, there's a movie, I think it's called, is it called The Da Vinci's Code?
Yeah, it's called the Da Vinci Code. Nicolas Cage, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Mona Lisa played a big part in that. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure this girl out, like this beautiful girl. Like I envisioned her as a beautiful girl. I was like, I'm trying to figure her out. So yeah, I'm trying to crack her Da Vinci's Code.
Who?
No, so that song, believe it or not, that song is about nobody.
Ain't no way in hell.
Endless Love is the only song that I've released so far that was actually about somebody. And my EP songs, a few of them are about people, but like I use like a lot of my friends' references and relationships, and I use that in my music. They don't know that, I don't really tell them, but yeah, I use that in reference. So I haven't really been through a lot for me to like speak on people like that. So I'm just
period. But you're still gonna write relationship music. Okay, we'll get there.
Yeah.
And don't think I missed that Endless Love nugget. We're gonna get to Endless Love, sir. We are gonna get to Endless Love. Absolutely. We've been playing Endless Love nonstop for like 3 weeks straight. Okay. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be 5. Okay. Endless Love is a vibe. We're gonna get into Endless Love. We want to stick with Mona Lisa. Sir, ain't no way. You can
Yeah.
You got me so confused. Like I am the painter and you are my muse. And baby, the run, is that a run or a riff? What do you call that? What?
That one would be a riff for me.
Oh my
Another
goodness.
fun fact, I haven't really started doing runs in my songs or anything yet. Like my songs, I'm trying to think, do I have I think I have one on the EP that I kind of sing on. All the other ones, of course, I'm a sing, but like I haven't made a song to where I'm singing yet, like to expose my vocal range yet. So that'll definitely be in the future. I don't know what next year holds, but definitely in the future.
Sir, can we get there? Let me see if I can find the spot. Because sir, you tore that up for me.
Yo, man. I love Mona Lisa.
Yeah, you did that. This took him 30 minutes to write.
30 minutes tops.
So confused, like I am the painter and you are my muse. And then that bass start knocking. Yo,
that
y'all, the car test, y'all. It passes the car test, baby. That riff, you said that's a riff, right? That riff where you just started switching it up, and then that beat start knocking. That's it. The speakers go stupid every time. 30 minutes.
30 minutes. And I had to make sure. So when I listened to that song, when he sent it back to me, I played it on my Beats headphones. I played it on my speaker, and I went in my car and I played it in my car. So I had to make sure the bass was everything on every single, because I love the bass. A lot of people don't know, but like, I love slow songs, but like Mona Lisa is my pace of music. Like I love that pace of music, like songs I can dance to, but it's not necessarily like too fast or too much. Like Mona Lisa is literally my pace. Like that is Miguel DeCafe. Like if anybody asks, that is Miguel DeCafe right there, 100%.
That's wild. Do you know anything about the sample choice there? Was there a sample that we were supposed to see in there, or is there a refrain or a reference in there that we were supposed to find?
Other than the Da Vinci's Code, no. I did allude to how the video is going to be in a sense, but I don't think anyone will ever think it through, because the video is going to be like
the video.
Plot twist, yeah. I got a concept for the video in the works right now, so
let's go.
I'll be looking to shoot that within like maybe February-ish, January-ish.
Do you need a co-actor? You know, I don't
Go
have
actor. I'm
COVID.
definitely gonna need some actors. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there. It's gonna be in a museum, so we're gonna need some bystanders.
I would love to
Yeah,
bystand. That would be perfect. I'm
bystanders.
very good at standing.
Yeah.
I'm tall. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay, a video. Okay, is the video gonna? Okay, you said it's gonna be in a museum. Okay, so talk.
Yeah.
What's up with the album art? The album art is that the album tease? Like, that's the EP's album
Yeah.
art?
That is actually the EP album art. I was gonna wait and I was gonna do something slight similar to it, but that is the EP cover. Love Lost Island is the title of my EP.
Okay,
Yeah.
and we're getting a video. Let's go.
We're
Lead
getting a
single from the
video.
EP.
Lead single, Mona Lisa would probably oh, I don't know about that one. That's actually a tricky one. Like I said, it all depends on your vibe. Everybody that has listened to it so far, like Mona Lisa is one of them, definitely. But me personally, it's gonna be between Mona Lisa and Lullaby. I got a song on the EP called Lullaby. Those are my top two.
Lullaby. So Lullaby's coming next.
Lullaby is my next drop is gonna be the EP drop.
Period. So you're gonna get the whole thing all
Yeah.
at once. All at
Yeah,
once.
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
Mona Lisa was the last single drop of the year. So
Okay.
the next time y'all see me advertising and dropping, it's gonna be the
The
EP.
whole
So
tape.
stay tuned for that. Hopefully I can get that done by the end of the year. Like I said, we have like 35 more, I mean not 35, 25 more days left.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said Talk Slick. Oh, my boy said Talk Slick. Toxic is a song that is his favorite on the EP. I let my friends listen to it. My closest friends, they heard every
Friend
single
group.
song on the EP.
The
So,
inner
yeah.
circle.
Yeah, the inner circle. Yeah. So they play a big part in a lot of my songs as well, because a lot of times with music, artists are selfish of how they want things to sound. So of course I like my sound, but at the end of the day, I want them to listen to it so they can give me feedback as to like, okay, like I know what kind of audience is going to be geared toward that music. And of course it's guy and girl, so I get both sides of the spectrum and everything. Now, as far as my family and the older crowd, I don't know like what they like until I release it. I don't ever give them any previews or anything. They don't hear my song until the day that they release. Which, yeah, like it's always a shock to them.
I heard a lot of artists do that. They don't let them do it until the public hears it. It's like it's already out. So
it's
whatever.
already out. Yeah,
right.
I just throw it out there and I let them listen to it on their own time and everything. So yeah, my friends are the only ones that get that little sneak peek and everything.
Okay. So did your friends have anything to do with the Mona Lisa video concept?
Concept wise, no, but the day, so I recorded Mona Lisa and the rest of the EP songs in 2 different studio sessions. I recorded the first session back in August or September, and then I went back in October because I go all the way to Spartanburg to record, and then I went back in October and I recorded. So the night before I went to the studio session, we were at my boy Chase's house, and we were just drinking wine, and I was like, I let them listen to like previews before, but I was like, I'm gonna just let them listen to it full out, so I would be prepared for the studio session the night before. So when we played Mona Lisa, of course they all liked it, and my boy Chase is like, "Oh, you should add a little in there," and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna think about it." So he played a part in that, and I don't know how to put it, but like that small little detail, like took the song from this and they took it to this.
Yeah. It said it all.
Yeah. So shout out to Chase for that.
Yeah, shout out to you, Chase. You just won some Sherpreme brownie points. You have some brownie points.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ate that. He ate that. And they also, without giving away exactly what's going on, we actually had them with a little bit of recording on one of the songs towards the end of the EP. But that's all I can really say.
Fine.
Yeah,
We're not gonna buzz.
Doing that exclusive.
We're not gonna. Yeah. We need them all. We're gonna eat them up. We're gonna eat them up. This is absolutely going to be the first episode. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and another concept that I just completely just forgot about. I've always wanted to talk about this. So Miguel DeCafe, that name, my real name is Michael Brown, in case a lot of people don't know. Michael in Spanish is Miguel, so that's where Miguel comes from. It's kind of a funny story. So I wanted my full name to be in Spanish, so I was going to do Miguel and then whatever Brown was. I thought cafe in Spanish was brown for the longest. I thought it was, but I think I looked up maroon. I don't know how to say it in
Maroon.
Spanish. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't think that's gonna sound good with Miguel. So I thought about coffee, and I was like, like coffee is brown in a sense. So
Hmm.
that's how I came up with Miguel DeCafe, and that
It's
name
close
stuck with
enough.
me. Yeah, I came up with that artist name in middle school, so I've had that artist name since middle school, since SoundCloud. Yeah, since my SoundCloud days.
Wow. Like seventh, eighth grade.
Yeah,
Wow,
yep,
golly,
yep,
man,
yep.
you really been into this music thing for a long time, for real, for real.
Yeah,
So earlier you tried to make it seem like you just started taking it serious, like in June, but you've been really low key. You've been thinking about this for a long time, like so. There was
yeah,
always like a part of you that knew, right?
yeah, yeah. I didn't know when it was gonna be, but I didn't think like me being this age right now that this would be the age I started. Of course, like in sixth and seventh grade, I thought I would have blew up by then, of course, but we see that
Right.
didn't happen. But I didn't think I was gonna take as many breaks as I did, and then come back to it later on. So for me to be here right now and actually doing all this right now, it's just like this is mind blowing because middle school me would have never thought. I thought I would have just been like, okay, I'm done with music. Like we good. We
We
we just not gonna
good.
do music.
We gonna go get
But
a job.
yeah, definitely. So now I'm just thinking that I'm living out middle school Miguel's dreams right now.
Period. We love that. I
Yeah.
used to rap in middle school. In eighth grade,
Oh,
I
you rap?
started this
Let's
rap.
hear something. Let's hear something.
Oh,
Spit some bars real
I
quick.
said used to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we were never the freestyle girls. The friends were that's back when Lil B the bass guy was big. You know what I'm saying? We the same age. I think I might be like a year ahead of you in school or something like that. But Lil B the bass guy was huge.
Why
We
does that
just
name
did
sound so
bass
familiar?
freestyles.
Lil
Lil
B, a bass
B,
guy.
oh
That name sounds
man,
familiar.
come on. If you weren't a Twitter OG unless Lil B followed you on
Oh,
Twitter.
wait, I know who Little B is now that I think about it.
Yes, bro.
I'm trying to
Bass guy
think.
with the
Didn't something
Caillou
happen with
style.
him?
A whole bunch
Something
of shit
happened with him
happened
and
with
everybody
him.
was making,
A whole
yeah.
bunch of shit happened with him in the pack, and it's just we just gonna leave him where
Yeah.
he at. But
Okay, okay.
his freestyles didn't rhyme, and so like that was like a big thing. And my friends used to love that. And I was like,
Got you.
bro, I can't. I'm too. I'm just like you. I'm too picky. I'm way too particular. Like
Yeah.
I gotta have some bars. I gotta have some puns. I gotta have some wordplay. Like I gotta
You got to
play with
throw it
all
out
that shit
there.
I learned in seventh grade English. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
definitely. And I use concepts like that too. Yeah, I definitely try to use
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Like I try to expand my word and my vocab usage and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tweak the syntax and everything. And I just try to use different kind of verbiages to make my sound stick out.
Right. It's like it's kind of
So
like what rappers are supposed to do, right? Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The rappers that really are like, damn, they really ate that, like have those bars where they
yeah.
can build the English language. Who are some of your rap inspirations? Because you gotta take some, you know what I'm saying, kind of
Oh yeah,
inspiration from. I know you
definitely,
listen to hip
definitely.
hop.
So out of all of them, of course, Tupac. Tupac is like my Chris Brown in the rap music.
Period.
Tupac. I would say Kendrick every here and there. I think about him because Kendrick is like an R&B a rap artist in some sense because he can do
Yeah,
R&B and he can do rap. I like that.
right.
Um, I'm trying to think of who else. Um, I would say them, and then maybe like some old school artists, like various old school artists. Like I listen to music and I'm like, okay, like I like how they word this stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
wording is very big with me in music and
Okay.
everything. And for rappers, a lot of rappers they use. Oh, I would say Lil Wayne, even though we cancel him, he uses a lot of puns, and I like puns. I think that's always dope. But we don't speak on Little Coochie anymore. But
Lil Coochie. Twitter ruined us. Twitter
Twitter
ruined
ruined us. It
us.
ruined us.
Lil
It ruined us.
Coochie.
Yeah,
I'm sick.
Lil Wayne
Yeah,
is canceled.
Lil Wayne is my bars god, so that hurt me to
Yeah,
see. But I also learned I should not expect more from rich people. Like that,
yeah,
money
yeah,
does that to people. It doesn't do it
yeah,
to everyone, but
yeah,
whatever, child. I'm gonna leave you over there where you at. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
know what
yeah,
all
yeah.
truth is, right?
Definitely, definitely, yeah.
That's
So
cool.
yeah,
What
Little
else
Wayne, I would
do
definitely say.
Lil Wayne and?
No, I said Lil Wayne. I would definitely say him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Lil Wayne's up there, but damn, yeah, Lil Coochie. That took me out. That took me out. What else is something that we absolutely have to talk about on Mona Lisa? What did we miss?
Um,
The videos in the museum.
I would say the video is what's really going to give you a visual of how I picture Mona Lisa in my head. Because my mind, the way I sung Mona Lisa and the way Mona Lisa is like structured in my head, because you got to get a visual with songs. You always picture some kind of visual. The visual is going to explore exactly what I want to do. I want to throw hints so bad, but I can't because the video is just going to be top tier.
Period.
Yeah, it's going to be top tier.
Featuring Sherpreme as
Featuring
himself.
Supreme.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah.
Ironically, I wanted to do a performance at Impress Yourself. I was looking at doing a performance. I emailed Brian, but Brian never got back to me. But I heard Brian doesn't respond to emails, so maybe he never saw it.
That
But
is
I
so
was
funny
gonna,
because that is absolutely a baby's official method of communication. So he should be checking them damn emails. He probably got the wrong one. I'll hit him up personally. I can do that for you.
I probably did. I honestly know me. I probably did. But yeah, I was gonna get a glimpse of how I wanted the video in the performance. So, I mean, being that it's moved. Yeah, I mean, it's moved until July or June, so I mean, you guys are gonna get the full live video performance, so that'll be dope. That'll definitely be dope.
So now we have more time. Hopefully it'll be safer by then. Apparently they're already doing human testing on the vaccine, so we'll see what happens in the next few months.
Definitely. I'm gonna take it so I can get some superpowers. Hopefully, it gives me superpowers. So
oh my God! Don't even play with me like that.
Be Super Miguel. I'm gonna be Super Miguel.
Super Miguel. Okay, and then you'll really have 4 years for that label contract. You just pump them
songs
out. Right.
I'm already have it. Yeah, I'm already have it. So that'll be dope. But yeah, I don't think there was any I don't think there was anything else in that one. That one, it was more so self-explanatory as far as the stuff goes. Like when I first did, of course, I was like, okay, I don't think people are gonna peep this unless a lot of people don't know what Da Vinci Code is and how it relates to Mona Lisa. But other than that, no, not really. There's one thing I want to say about it, but I am gonna wait until Mona Lisa gets a decent establishment, and then I'm gonna say about it. It is the funniest thing ever. Nobody would know. Like nobody would know at all. And I caught on last minute, and I was like, oh my gosh.
And we've gotten enough exclusives, huh?
We are gonna run this back in like 2 months from now.
Okay.
Yeah, but the EP is definitely gonna be dope. I put my all into it. I have different vibes on it. And it really shows like what I went through an artist, personal struggles, and just my musical experience and everything. The last song on the EP, I would list that as one of my favorites because it shows my aspirations and my ambition to being actual Miguel DeCafe, like who I want to achieve and who I am going to achieve. Because I manifest all that all the time. And I pray on it.
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. So that song is definitely gonna be like my icon song whenever I make it out there because that I talk about that in that song. So
okay.
And the ending really shows a big inspiration. As far as my music goes, I can't throw that out there. You're just gonna have to listen to it. But when y'all listen to
you cannot tease us like that, Mr. DeCafe.
When y'all listen to the EP, listen to it from start to absolute the very last second of the last song.
Yeah. You heard it here, y'all. The very last second. Tap in.
Very last second.
Okay, we're not playing with you. The whole thing.
Not at all.
Don't.
The whole thing. Don't miss. You can't miss anything. Everything is there for a reason. Every single thing.
So everything is super intentional.
Yeah. Everything. As far as how I ordered it and everything, like everything is intentional. Like I ordered the songs in a way that would make sense. I didn't just like randomly just throw it on there. The first song to the last song, everything is literally placed. In the first, now that I think about it, it shows growth throughout the whole entire EP because you get a different vibe on the first one, and then by the end, you get that positive vibe and everything. But yeah, it's definitely out there.
Okay, so the sequencing theme is growth. We get to see you grow as like a man or as like an artist.
Both actually. It shows mental growth, maybe relationship growth, I guess. Artist growth. and it shows my range of music because, like I said, we got R&B. Mona Lisa, I would say Mona Lisa can be pop or R&B, but I feel like it would more so be geared towards the pop audience than anything.
She's kind of alternative, like she's like
Yeah,
urban contemporary. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
She's a little genre bendy. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Endless
yeah,
Love gives us a little bit of that too, but we'll get to her. We will get to her
yeah.
when you're ready.
Definitely. And then the last song I would say that's actually hip hop. The last song is hip hop. Um, Honestly, I have two hip hop songs now that I think about it. So I got hip hop, R&B, and pop all on there. So we
In
got a lot of
just 5 songs,
six,
six.
5.5, because the first song is an interlude.
Okay, five and a
Yeah,
half. That's how I
five
be
and a half.
counting on people's albums from real life
Yeah,
too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
five
Like
and a
people
half.
that are already out. Yeah, I mean like
Yeah,
interludes are just a half a song, babe. Depending on how long they are too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, definitely. But Endless Love, yeah, I forgot to talk about that. Fun fact: Endless Love was the first song that I ever wrote in my whole entire life.
How
My
long did it
whole
take
entire
you?
life. That one I spent a little bit more time on because, like I said, I didn't know how to songwrite.
Okay.
So I used to like just do piece by piece on everything, and like I still, even I started that in 2017. I started writing that in 2017. Um, and I went back and I edited to suit to my current state right now. Like I added something about quarantine in there. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I just tweaked it over the years until it was a masterpiece. And I had that song in the vault for the longest. I actually recorded that song in my first studio session in June, but I just
Okay.
released it in September. Oh no, October. I released it in October. Because I didn't know when I wanted to release it because I had all this music. I still got a lot of music recorded. Like that I not even know when I'm going to release. I got a lot of beats, got a lot of songs written. I got so many songs under my belt right now. I just don't know what to do, you know. So
How
this
many songs you
EP
got?
written, as of right now, it might be near 20, I would say.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you got an album in there.
I wouldn't say an album because I can still write. Like I'm still looking to write more. So
Okay.
it's just gonna be like, a deluxe album, like those extras that we just add after the
Mm-hmm.
album. But yeah, Endless Love, I wrote that about my ex. That one is actually about my ex. Um, because I've only been in one relationship like my whole entire life. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I wrote that about. I can't believe I'm saying this. Yeah, I wrote that about her. And I wrote a part 2 to Endless Love. There's a part 2 to Endless Love that is going to be released at a later date. But the Endless Love is going to show
A
the
later
breakup part.
date.
Yeah, it's going to be a later date. I got to get Endless Love like some kind of like rep before I release the part 2.
Let's
But
get
she's going to be
into
featured on it.
who's gonna be featured on it?
My ex is going to be featured on
Oh my
the
god.
part 2. Yeah, it's going to be a dope experience.
You gonna let them
We got
reply?
drop it today.
Like,
Yeah, it's like
hello, drop it today. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding
it's gonna
me?
be
I want
it's gonna be
it
like
out
a
by the
back and
time
forth
this interview
vibe.
comes out. It's gotta be out.
I gotta get it mixed and mastered up. So that's another thing. I would throw all of my songs out there, but if they're not mixed and mastered. If they were mixed and mastered, I would just be releasing like just crazy. Because my idea was to release a song like every Friday. I wanted to release a song every Friday. But
SoundCloud us and then mix it and give us the mix and master versions on the projects, right, y'all? Y'all
I
spam his
thought about
comments.
that.
Spam his phone, y'all. Yeah, yeah. You lucky I'm
I
out
thought
on
about it. I
Instagram
can't even
Live right
lie.
now.
I thought about it. I'm telling you, I thought about it, but I was like, but she's not on the one that I have recorded yet. Like I spoke to her about it, so she still needs to record her part. Once she records that part, I might think about doing an exclusive on SoundCloud for the people, for the
For the
people,
people, for the people, right?
for the
It's about
people.
service, right?
Yeah, it's about service. I gotta get. I love doing community service. I love supporting the community. So we're gonna do
Shout
that. We're
out.
gonna do that. But yeah, I gotta get the beat switched and everything too, because the actual beat for it right now was just something temporary that I made on GarageBand, so I can get a song to it. So I'm gonna get somebody to record the instruments and everything live, just like I did on Endless Love. Endless Love, my homeboy recorded that in the studio. Like that's him playing the guitar. So
Okay,
yeah,
shout out to homeboy. Can we give him a shout out?
definitely Garrett, my boy Garrett. Definitely shout out to you. That studio process for Endless Love was crazy. Another thing that I remember, I recorded that acapella at first. So I didn't
Okay.
have his guitar. I didn't have his guitar at first. So the way we did it, it was going to be tricky for him to play it and then me sing, or vice versa. So the studio engineer, he was like, one thing you could do, I can recommend that you can sing an acapella, but I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be really hard. Like it's tricky. And I was like, you know what, I think I can do it as long as I got the metronome. He's like, I'm telling you, like people they try to get it, but they lose track over time. So I was like, you know, the worst that I can do is not be able to do it. So I
Right.
went in the studio booth and I'm just vibing. I'm like, okay, like just focus, just focus, just focus. I heard the little metronome going and I sung the whole thing a cappella. So I had no beat to sing to at all, except for the metronome. So it was
One
just like,
take.
if it wasn't one, I think it was two.
Child, you are impressing the children. You gag me. That's
Yeah, that
wild. Okay, so whose idea was the Dangerously in Love sample?
that one was mine.
Okay,
It
so we
originally
love
was
Queen
gonna
Bee.
be it was gonna be "Make It Hot" by Nicole Jones. I think her name is Nicole Jones and Missy Elliott. I got what you want. I got what you need. Can I get another shot? It was gonna be that song, and I didn't like it, so I switched it.
This one.
Yeah, that's it.
We're happy he picked the Beyonce one, right, y'all? No shade to the
Yeah,
girls. The girls are
I had
great,
to. I had
but
to.
we're
It
really
fit so
happy about that.
perfectly. Yeah, it fit perfectly. So I was like, yeah,
Okay.
let me do that. Let me do that sample. Um, and I recorded two other songs in that studio session. So I recorded Those Feels in that session. Those
Okay.
Feels was the very first song I recorded in that studio session, and very first song I recorded, of course, in the studio session in general. Um, Those Feels, if I'm not mistaken, Those Feels was a full one take. Like I didn't do that one in any takes because I didn't know what takes were when I recorded
Okay.
that one.
Not
So
you didn't know what
yeah,
takes
now that I
were.
think
You were
about
in
it,
chorus.
I did it. You know, like this was in middle school, so I couldn't really think about it at the time. But I didn't know that I could have like separated. So my breathing and everything, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to catch a breath. So yeah, I did that one in one full take. And now that I think about it, I did do Endless Love in two or three different takes. Because that's when I found out that I can separate it.
Y'all, he's talking about Those Feels right here.
Those
Also,
feels,
another
yeah,
majority blue album art, like he said,
yeah,
blue and
yeah.
purple.
I wanted to keep that one at Endless Love minimalistic. So, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I recorded that in one session. I mean, in one take, and I was out of breath. I was out of breath, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I guess he realized that I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. Like I could have done it in take. So he's like, like for this next one, if you want to, you don't have to do it in takes. Because after I got done, I was like breathing hard because I was like, "Yo, like how do artists do this? Like how did they do this?" And then I realized that I did not have to sing it all in one take. So that was, yeah, that was
People
something
don't
serious.
even do that live. They don't even do that at
I,
live performances. Mikey, what?
yo, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just so excited to do this studio session. So I was like, Mikey, just go ahead, just sing it. We gonna get this
You're
out
like,
the
let's
way.
do it. You said, fuck
Yeah,
it, let's
let's
do
just
it.
do it.
I
Yep,
love
I
that.
did. I did.
I love
Yeah.
that. On Endless Love, you said, Heaven sent, God made you flawless, galactical, exceptional, it's factual. All of
Yes.
that is you
Yes.
channeling the relationship with your ex.
Oh yeah, like I just tied all that together because I was thinking about how it was when I first met her, which I didn't even know Galactical wasn't even a word. So like I'm thinking about stuff that like I'm over here making up
Out of
words that
this
sound like
world.
words. Yeah, so I mean at the sense you can like tie that into like somebody making you feel stuff that you don't even know how to explain. So yeah, I tied that
Mm-hmm.
back into I was just thinking about this beautiful brown goddess and I just tied that back into my thoughts and I was like, I'm gonna channel this and I'm gonna use that towards using endless love.
My goodness, man, that pen is pushing. Are you,
Pen is pushing.
do your friends help in the studio? Are they there in the studio? Are they there when you write? Do they go, no, 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 don't use Galactic Kiss, use Galactical? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they like, do you have friends like
um
that?
with the writing, no. No, they never help me because with my writing process, I'm real sensitive. So like, I can't even have anybody in the room with me. I gotta like do everything myself. My sister has
Mm-hmm.
walking here sometimes, so she just like, what are you doing? Because I lay on the floor and I just write. So like, she'll be like, oh, you smoke a hookah without me, and I'm like, I'm songwriting. Like when I'm in my mood, like anybody can call me. I'm not gonna answer. I put my phone on do not disturb because I can't lose that train of thought. Because if I lose my train of thought, it's done. So I'm just in my own entire world. Yeah, as far as writing goes, no, but like melodies and harmonies and stuff like that in the back, or like maybe I'll sing something and they'll be like, "Oh, you should do it this way." they helped me with that a lot. So yeah, I always love bringing them in the studio. I think it was only one studio session when I went solo. The other one I had my LB with me, and he just wanted to see the behind the scenes process. You know Cam, right? He was the president of ABEV at Upstate at one point. Yeah. He came and he was like snapping photos and everything. But yeah, Chase has been to 2 of my studio sessions, so he plays a big part in that as well too. Yeah, Chase definitely helps with that. And harmonies, yeah, because my harmonies, I can come up with harmonies in my head, but like it's harder than you think. It's way harder than you think. So I let them listen to some stuff and they'll just be like, "Oh, that'll be dope. You add this and this in it." So yeah, I
Where do
definitely
you
take
learn stuff like that? Is that all chorus that teaches you how to like harmonize and like notice notes and
no.
stuff?
It's more so of, I would say maybe chorus would play a big part in it, but it's more so me listening to music. Because when I listen to music, I fully listen to music. And somebody that I forgot to mention earlier is Brandy. Brandy is one of my biggest inspirations in music because her
Miss Vocal
harmonies are
Bible.
dope. She harmonizes on runs. Like that's dope. You know, a lot of people can't do stuff like that. So I listen to the backing vocals a lot of music. Oh, and Brent Fayez. Those two, like their harmonies
It's
and
toxic ass.
melodies, yeah, it's just so dope. Like I'm just sitting here like, yo, like where did they come up with this? Like this stuff is just like a masterpiece. So I just try to do that in my own sense and just create different stuff. And it's just like the end goal and the product is just so dope to me because I'm like, you know, I came up with this. Like I can't believe I did this. So yeah, I just sit in here and I do it until it gets right. And if I don't like it, you know, we just throw it in the bag for later and just come back to it.
Okay, come back to it. I love that that is the approach that you take. I think a lot of artists kind of get caught in this idea of like having throwaways, you know what I'm saying, that they don't really like keep or like ever go back to. But I feel like if you get it out the first time, you felt something there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's
and
worthy,
to
on
keep,
its own.
rather to keep.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
have
and I
we
forgot
heard
to shout out
anything?
my plants. My plants actually, I don't know if y'all can see, I forgot. My plants actually help me. Like, I don't know why. My plants give me some energy. Like, especially this one right here. Like, these ones right here, like, I love them. They actually help me channel the energy I need for music and everything. So I surrounded my room with life. And ever since I did that, like, my musical experience has just been pew.
You're an earth wizard, Harry.
My plant babies give me the energy that I need.
Yes, sir. We love magic. We love that here. Glad to know that you are a member of the order. Okay. That's what's up. There's so much. I love the untraditional kind of structure that Endless Love has. I think those fields kind of has it too, where you just kind of do like the double hook thing and kind of like that one long verse, and you kind of carry at the end. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess that's kind of that. Is that the manifestation of that minimalistic vibe that you were going for, kind of like keeping the song short? What was the inspiration behind that? What was the muse there?
Summer Walker, I definitely would say played a big part in that because I'll never forget when I listened to oh my gosh, what's the name of that song? Something Love. I Need Love. Is that name? Girls Need Love. Yeah.
Summer? Girls Need Love.
When I listened to it, I was like, yo, this song's so beautiful. And it ended, and I was like, I'm mad. Where's the rest of the song?
Right.
So I was like, that feeling as a listener, I want to invoke that feeling in my listeners with music. So I try to not do too little. I don't ever want to do too little, but I try to do enough to where it's like, dang, I wish that song was long, because people saying that is always good. I don't ever want people to say like, oh, I like this song. It was a little bit too long, but I like that song.
And people say that. So okay.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Feedback to Dodge, right?
And I actually have my mom saying that. She always tells me, she like, I love this song. I just wish you sung more. So that's always a good feeling. Yeah, that's always a good feeling to hear people say that. Now, I do have 2 songs that are actually over my song limit that I usually do on the EP. So yeah, those, I didn't even expect them to be long. It just happened that they were long. So that's dope.
Okay. Wow, man. Yeah. So music comes to you all the time. You just kind of like...
Music comes to me all the time. I can just be sitting here. I can just be listening to somebody else's song. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like a lot of times I listen to other people's songs. It's like I want to not necessarily sample them like their actual vocals and me singing. I want to sample their vocals on a beat. I want somebody to put that on a beat and use that as the beat, and I sing over that. But yeah, music, literally everything I do, music comes to me because I surround myself with music. Like music is literally one of the biggest influences in my life. Like any and everything I do is geared towards music. Like I put music with everything. Like everything has some kind of musical vibe to it, whether people notice it or not. Of course, like fashion, like when people dress up and everything, like of course you gotta have some kind of song of mine when you dress up. Cooking, like cooking and eating and stuff like that. Like of course, like music, I cook. Music helps me with that too. It gives me some kind of vibe. So yeah, I apply music to a lot of stuff I do. Music is my everyday life. I would put it that way.
It's a powerful energy. Music is a
Yeah,
very powerful energy, and you manifest it well,
definitely.
my friend. You
Yeah,
manifest it well.
definitely.
Do you listen to Ariana Grande often?
I do. Ariana Grande is one. I would actually list her under my pop artist. I would definitely do. Because I knew her from Victorious. So I was just like, I remember watching Victorious, and the first time she
She
ever
was
sung,
cat.
I was like, yeah, I was like, this little ditzy girl can sing. I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. And then she released her album, that first album, and I was like, yo, it was
True.
dope because she sampled a lot of R&B artists on that album. A lot of people didn't notice it, but she did. So yeah, she's a powerhouse. Her vocals are definitely a powerhouse.
Man,
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
opening your mouth and that comes out. Like,
Right. And she
what?
can whisper, and it's just like that too. Like she's like our
And she can
generation's version of Mariah Carey.
whistle.
Yeah.
There's a clip going around on Twitter right now, friend. And by the time this comes out, it'll still be famous because it'll still be around Christmas time. There's a clip going around now of Mariah Carey's little Apple TV special. And it's her, Jennifer Hudson, and Ariana Grande.
I saw it, yeah.
When they harmonize
harmonize.
that whistle, the whistle run.
That's talent right there. That's pure talent.
Oh my
Like,
God.
people would kill for that kind of talent right there.
I would.
Yeah.
Guilty.
And see, I don't have a falsetto. I don't have a falsetto at all. I don't know if people know that. I lost my falsetto back in after I left chorus in middle school because I stopped using it. So I do not have a falsetto at all. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it back one day, but I don't think I can. Like, so like whenever I try to do it, like nothing comes out at all. Like,
okay. Would you ever consider working with like a vocal coach or like a vocal trainer?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I've thought about it plenty of times, and I'm gonna do that further down the line because I do want to find my falsetto again. I feel like that would add to my craft in a sense. So
yeah, it would be extra tool to have in a toolbox, right? Beyonce did it. Definitely. Rihanna did it.
Yeah, and you see where they are right now. So
like,
of course Rihanna's not releasing music no more, but
we're okay. She's a goddess with her wonderful empire of sexy things. So
yeah. She's doing it up. Yeah, she's doing it up. So that's dope.
We love Rihanna here.
Yeah.
Do you listen to this new artist Giveon? Have you heard of him?
I do. Giveon's song with Snow Allegra, which I forgot to list Snow Allegra earlier. I just have so much R&B artists in mind. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Giveon is definitely by far dope. And he's definitely one of my inspirations as well. I follow him on Twitter. So I look at his tweets and I go back and I look at like, where he was this time last year and everything. So I can channel that and use that towards my own music and everything, like as far as me being an artist, not a singer, me being an artist.
I love Giveon. Giveon was one of my top artists on the little Apple Music replay.
Oh, really?
Him and Ariana were both up there. They're kind of like my singers right now. I like to pick a singer that kind of like really defines vocals for me, like in a time in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you spoke on this earlier. The quarantine affected us all differently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Ariana and Giveon got me through the quarantine. So I'm wondering who are some of the artists that got you kind of like through the quarantine so that you could like get to this point where you're like releasing music in June and talking about it in December.
Division definitely was one of my number one biggest inspirations. And I make that known more than I actually should. Like I make it known a lot. Division's music has always been dope to me. I started listening to them in 2017 when they released September 5th. I really got heavy on them when they released Morning After, because Morning After for me was an album that I could listen to back to back to back to back and not get tired. So of course they released their new project this year, and I just took pride in that. And I'll never forget they did their No Good karaoke on IG Live during quarantine, because a lot of people was doing IG Live because we couldn't go out.
Yeah.
And I told my boy Garrett, the one that plays the guitar, I was like, hey, like they doing this karaoke tonight and they're just gonna randomly select people. So I was like, let's learn this song And if we get picked, that's dope. And if we don't, we just gonna record a video. So luckily we got picked, and I was able to sing on Divisions Live that day. That was one of my biggest top 3 of the year. I got on there twice actually, so that was dope.
You got on that IG Live, and then you went and got in that studio. That's what I'm hearing.
That's how it went. That's exactly how it went. Yeah, so that played a big part in it too, actually, because everybody was starting. It was like, why are you not in the studio? And I had random people following me. Like, that was the biggest thing too. Random people following me, and it was like, you got any songs out? Are you in the studio? And I'm like, no, I wasn't able to say I was in the studio. I wasn't in the studio. And I did a few talent shows, like Instagram talent shows throughout quarantine as well, and won some money off of that too. So that helped too. Everyone. It was just more so people ask me if I'm in the studio, and I'm having to say no. And I'm like, I don't have a reason as to why I'm not in the studio. So that gave me that push to, you need to get in the studio. You stop playing when I'm getting in the studio.
Yeah, we're glad you got in the studio, Mr. DeCafe. Yeah, we are
so
happy. Endless Love is out. Mona Lisa is out. Those Feels is out. The EP Love Lost Island is coming.
On the way.
It is on the way, and we know we have the album art. It is on the Mona Lisa single on Apple Music. Are you going to get your lyrics uploaded to Apple Music? Is there a process for that where you can just kind of like type them in and submit them? Do you need me to type those?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm still learning a lot of this stuff out because I try to be so independent. It's actually a con sometimes because I try to be too independent and not like Google or search or ask people. But I don't remember how to put the lyrics on there. Like, that's why the lyrics from Mona Lisa aren't on there. Like, I was trying to figure that out when I uploaded, and I was like, I'm just gonna go back and figure it out later on. When I released Those Feels, I could have put them on there, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna like not put them in there. Because when I typed it out, I was like, I literally only say like 20 words the whole entire song. Okay, so I was like, it's dumb for me to it's dumb for me to release those lyrics. But I'm gonna get that sorted out, and I will have that definitely. And of course, the EP songs, I have those lyrics, so.
Absolutely, we love to see it. When we need a date on Twitter ASAP. As soon as you get it, we're gonna get you a sound engineer to mix and master those songs. We're gonna get that sequence done. No Rocky, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
I do not own any of the rights to any of the songs played or heard during this interview. Mr. DeCafe, is there anything that the people need to know about you that we haven't touched yet?
I really want people to pay attention to like the colors I use, because I think right now the blue and purple is just going to be a theme for right now. If I end up making it a long-term lead, that'll be dope, but I just feel like I won't be able to draw that out the whole entire time. But I just want people to know that when I make music, pay attention to the cover art, because the cover art always matters. And it ties into the song somehow, because I use colors. When I listen to music, I associate my songs with colors. Maybe further down the line, I might incorporate some red or anything in there. So I made the blue and the purple is pinkish brighter. Yeah, I made it brighter. For Endless Love, that was more so a chill, like darker tone. So I made darker tones. Sensual. And for so for Love Lost Island, being that it's just various, like, of course, I just wanted it to be brighter. So people didn't look at it and they were like, oh, this is dark, like it's gonna be dark. But yeah, I might just incorporate different colors in further down the line, but it'll probably be like solid colors, maybe appearing, but that purple and blue or pink and blue is gonna be my main color coordination. So pay attention to that. That is key to my music. Key to the music. And whenever I get an exact date, I don't want to throw any dates out there. I don't want to say like an estimate. Whenever I get an exact date, I will be throwing that out there for the people to see and for the people to post, support, like, purchase, all of that.
All of that, because we need it, and we're going to be there to absorb all of it. This has been On the Scene with Sherpreme with Mr. the one and only Miguel DeCafe. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you for stopping by. Episode 1, baby. We in there.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Y'all, thank y'all. Y'all are a great audience. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Y'all take care and wear your masks.
Wear your mask, please. Thank you.